At the age of 3, Sor Juana learned to read, and at 8 learned Latin. She had access to a good library and became something of a scholar, even in childhood. As a teenager, partly because of her beauty, I suppose, and also her affability and very remarkable intellect, she became the Viceroy's wife, the Viraine's lady-in-waiting, and she was tested at the Viceroy's behest at the age of about 15, probably around 1663. This famous test is portrayed wonderfully by the actress Aranza Ruiz in episode 1 of the series Juana Inez. It's easily available on YouTube and well worth watching. The Viceroy said that Juana passed the test like a mighty galleon attacked by canoes. Robert Graves, not too felicitously, said Sor Juana was so unusual that she would have been comparable to a dog that knew long division. I'm Elwin Workle, and I became fluent in Spanish and Portuguese after Peace Corps service in my remote youth. After 21 years of sojourn in South America, I became acquainted with Dr. Rocio Olivares Zorrilla of the National Autonomous University of Mexico through an academia.edu query as to why Sor Juana misidentifies mythic entities. She gave a very satisfactory response, and I have come to the conclusion that that characteristic is part of Sor Juana's humor. Dr. Rocio parsed my translation, but I'm only going to give 2 examples of why it might be true that, as she says, my translation reads like the original. Here are the first lines in Spanish. Piramidal, funesta, de la tierra nacida sombra, al cielo encaminaba, de vanos obeliscos, punta altiva, escalar pretendiendo las estrellas. Pyramidal, funest, an earth-born shade to heaven went forth, of vain obelisks the aspiring point, to reach intent the stars. The point I'm trying to make here is that in the English and Spanish, the utterances are frontal, that is, in the front of the mouth. This continues until line 39, so let's do 39 to 43 in Spanish and then in English. And note that the sound is much more guttural. Y aquellas que su casa campo vieron volver, sus telas hierba, a la deidad de Baco inobedientes, ya no historias contando diferentes. And in English, and those who saw their house to fields return, their fabrics weed, to Bacchus disobedient, and no more storytelling different, though in horrid form quite changed indeed. I cite these lines to make the point that the response of the translator in intimacy with the original becomes, in a sense, the original's English. The original and the translation are comparable to a dance. I'm held and hold in my arms the original, who dances in the vocal apparatus, so to speak. It's an intimate experience. My vocal apparatus, or that of any translator, in intimacy with the original speaker, reproduces in a way that becomes the original's English, in a sense. As to what Sor Juana's dream actually means, that is a complicated topic, and it's also a very simple one. I spent quite a few pages in my book, which is available at All Bilingual Press, trying to explain what I mean by that. Thank you for listening.